Hello, how you guys doing? I'm doing alright. It comes and goes, man. It comes and goes. But right now, it's coming more than it's going. I think we all want a little bit of that in our lives. We're doing some Homestuck tonight, because there's not a lot left of it. And I said, hey, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do Homestuck every Thursday until it's done, unless if it interferes with the March of the Mice, which we're not doing this month because there's a charity at the end of this month. Right when I normally do March of the Mice, and I don't want to draw a single eye away from the charity. I want all eyes on it. I'm not streaming except for on the days that I am streaming and on the multiplayer block days, whenever they are, because I actually don't know these things and I should probably know these things. That's next week. Holy crap! What? I just realized that. Oh god, that's scary. But that's coming up. So I guess I'm not finishing this in time because there's 700 pages left. Maybe. Wait, no. Is there a Thursday? Wait, is it next week? Yes, it is next week. The charity stream doesn't start until the 20th, so I have one more Thursday aside from this one to finish this, and then we're Dunyan Rings. Dunyan Rings with this series. And people who hate this series, who's like, fuck, he's streaming Homestuck again, will be happy to hear that it's over. And for me, I'll be melancholy about it because despite the fact that it's a little rough for me to actually read because the whole dyslexia thing. It's fine. Am I gonna cry? Nah. I'm just gonna be a little sad. I know anytime I get done with a series that I lose some of the people who are just around for that. And I feel like a lot of you guys I got to become friends with. And got to chill with a lot. And so that's sad. It's a little melancholy, but it's part of this thing, you know? It's part of this whole streaming thing. And, my time with you may be, short. But I hope that you guys enjoyed your time with me. But anyway, let's read Homestuck. That's what we're here for. They do have sound. It is like transparent, so it's really hard to see. I think we'll probably do the epilogues ? But Homestuck 2 is probably not going to be a thing. It sounds like a lot of people would prefer I just do something else. Short, 2 years. Okay, yeah, it's the longest running series that I have, I think. But anyway, here's the music. All right. So nice of you to join me. To join me for my masterpiece. The fruits of my artistic toils are finally at hand. You're welcome to advance from the narrative majesty that you're about to witness. It costs literally millions of calicoins to produce, as well as most of my attention span for anything further creative endeavors. But you will probably agree tearfully that it's all worth it. That is worth all of the expense and more to see my tiny little actors of living putty dance. Get ready, get dazzled as I fucking destroy the transessential boundaries of unconventional media. That juju chest should be moving, shouldn't be moving. Sorry, I just bumped it. Oh, it's Cal. Stop talking, they'll think for the 2 years of support. Also, I need to get the chat a little easier to read. I can either have it where I can read chat or where I can run ads when I want to. It's really fun. Is Homestuck 2 not canon? It's got the endorsement of the author. Hussey sounds like he's good friends with Aisha. Aisha? Aisha. I haven't read it, so I don't know whether or not it should be canon or not. But I think, according to Hussey, it's canon. There's a lot of stuff that's canon according to Hussey, though. So... Anyway. The tale of the masterpiece describes is basically a spoiler to the ending of things. It takes place in the future moment, long beyond when we, you, or I have any business seeing what happens. But I found out and learned of this spoiler. I saw it once on one of my planet's mini screens, the land of colors and the land of mayhem. It knows all. It will show anything to any man who is willing to find the right key, and just turns out that such man is me. Still reading Homestuck. 700 pages. Almost done. The theme of Homestuck 2 is that it's not canon. The subtitle is Beyond Canon. The description on the Homestuck site itself says dubiously canon. Well, there you go. Hussey has turned messing with the canon into a fetish. Yeah. So there's that. Not with crude two-dimensional shapes from my computer pencil, but with lavish 2+ dimensional forms from my groundbreaking clay puppets. Behold, as I innovate objects of artistic expression, which you trashy fuckmunches never thought to pioneer before in a million years. Here's a shot of me bowing in advance for being great. Yes, movie magic at its best. I'll tell you what I saw on the screen. Believe me when I say that it happened precisely as I show you here, shot for shot. It takes place right after the magic rainbow eyes, and yet still before I am huge and wear a dapper trench... I almost read that as diaper. A dapper trench coat for winters. But as you can see, at this point in my rise for dominant invincibility, I'm feeling pretty chuffed about myself. My power is sick, and my special eyeballs are gnarly as could be. I would tell you... I can hardly wait to be this cool, but as you know, I'm a man of patience and aplomb. What is Homestuck even? Jesus Christ. I'm almost done with it. Teen relationships and the apocalypse and 90s references all wrapped up into one massive shitpost. There's also a lot of horses, yeah. The weird fetishization of horses is played for what may be jokes, and it seems less and less like it might be a joke the more you read it. So, yeah. At this point in my rise to dominant invincibility, I'm feeling pretty chuffed at my... Okay, I already read that. Also, look closely. You fucking that box? I got my Juju chest right here, which I will win as some choice booty from victorious slaughtering of my denizen, King Yaldabaoth. Inside is a mighty weapon, which will come into play a little later. And in my theater of wobbling puppet drama, it is like they say about the theater. If you see a Juju in Act 1, then the Juju will probably be used right away in Act 1 to make everything more exciting as soon as possible. Also, I should mention, I was just thinking about this puppet show I saw once. Shut up, I'm talking about a puppet show. Okay? So, when I was in, I want to say elementary school, they had one of those, like, everyone goes to the cafeteria and sits on the cold, hard tile. And most of the time, this sucks. Most of the time, this sucks a huge dick and is boring. But... they brought in a shadow puppet show, right? And it was kind of actually cool. Like, they had, like, normal dorky puppets at the beginning, but the puppets they did shadow puppets, but it was like with like cutouts, and they had like transformation things and such. Yeah, the cafeteria had a stage for it, so you'd sit on the floor of the cafeteria, and then you'd watch this thing, and it was like legit. It was like, and as a kid, I'm just like, yeah, that's someone's job. Someone can have the job of showing off puppets, you know. Did the show involve a bat? I don't remember. I remember there being horses. And I remember there being, like, people doing little jigs. It was sort of like marionettes, but with shadow puppets. It was kind of cool. But as a kid, you kind of just roll with stuff, man. Like, the idea that someone could have a job doing a puppet show. I was like, yeah, that's a thing. Like, as a kid, you also think, like, oh, electric eels. Yeah, sure. That sounds about as weird as anything else I've heard about recently. I'm a child and have no concept of what's actually weird. Did you know it rains fucking diamonds on Neptune? Why is no one talking about that? That's fucking rad. But as a kid, you're just like, sure, whatever. Yeah, there are fish in the ocean that are electric. Why not? Pokemon has that. Pokemon are basically as real as whatever. You know? So sure, yeah, just a random fish can, like, electrocute shit. How does that work? Let me put it to you this way. If you had gone your entire life up till now not hearing about electric eels, and then I just suddenly brought up electric eels, and that there's just a fucking fish that can electrocute people, and it hurts, you'd lose your goddamn mind. That sounds like such bullshit. Right? Yeah, the pistol shrimp that can shoot fire? What? What does that mean? The surface of Neptune is made out of liquid diamond. Do you know how fucking hot the surface of Neptune has to be in order to be? It's like 3,000 to 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit all of the time. They have glaciers of fucking diamond on Neptune. What the actual shit? The universe is weird. Yeah, I mean, if you go to Neptune, you fucking die. Because the air is made out of, like, liquid diamond. Or the ground, at least, is. The oceans are made out of liquid diamond. You fucking burn on in. Like, as soon as you hit water, you fucking die. Because it's not water. It's fucking diamond. Is everything on Neptune made out of diamonds? Yeah. It smells like ass because most of it's made out of methane, but the pressure gets it so that way all the carbon in it turns into diamond, because that's what happens when you get a shit ton of pressure on carbon. So just like all of Neptune is fucking diamonds. And it's got so much diamond that it actually knocks the whole planet a little bit off kilter. And that's why the magnetic poles are off. What the fuck? Also, happy birthday to the people whose birthdays it is today. Anon, thank you for the gift sub. My point is that, like, in school, when you see someone who's doing a puppet show, you're like, yeah, that's fine. That's fucking normal. But when you get older and you hear about weird shit, you're like, what the fuck? Is that real? Like, if I walked up to you And you don't know who I was, and I go, yeah, my job, puppet master. I'm a fucking puppet master. I have little puppets. I put on shows for children. I have a yacht. I don't know what kind of fucking money. What are you talking about? Shut up. I'm playing. I'm reading Homestuck, which involves me talking about things that aren't Homestuck. Puppet master. Be the master. That was just enough off that I won't get copyright claims. So that's good. Anyway. I'm not sure how I come about this later. Much like Clockwork Lasers, I need to turn on the music. A golden ring of void. It becomes mine one day. Most beautiful thing I ever knew I always wanted, yet somehow preemptively coveted. It lets me stay close to the darkness, to vanish and appear again in places I have no business fucking with, full of plump and meaty people, alive and living, who one day will plead with the gods, begging them to curse my name. Here I am lording it over my minions. If humans launch a drone to Neptune, it has to be named Lucy, because it would be Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. Like the Beatles song. Tar guards are someone's fetish. Okay, what the fuck is that? That's those weird... I think I'm thinking of trilobites. Oh, that's those weird bear things. Water bears. Yeah. Yeah, if you like duvet covers, if you wanted to fuck a duvet cover, then yeah, you could be into that. Classic honk friends, my rabbit pal for life, and floppy puppet buddy. I'm bossing them around, whatever being the shit, as always, whatever. 8 assholes snuggled up in goofy pajamas appear out of nowhere. Is there... It's good sound effects. For some wrestle royales with yours truly, they all steal ride with the wind-pricked snappy ghost magic to catch me unawares. It worked! Judging from my skull expression, I was really, really surprised. But then, my skull turned giddy and sinister because I know that in my heart, that truly, they are about to get owned. They're all frisky and ready to fight. I can tell they're psyched about this. They've been planning and biding their time, and now they think they're strong enough to overtake me, if only because of the surprisingness of their ambush. And maybe they're even right. Maybe they could beat me. They now have a lot of fighting levels and magic boons now, just like me. But see, I don't give them a chance. Like I said, I have the superior weapon. Is that a dildo? And I saw no reason not to use it right away. What would be the fucking point in holding out? Suspense? Bullshit! I pulled it out, the big guns, nigh instantaneously because I think like a great winner. But most things that are good, the thing has limitations and rules and stuff. The purple is Gamzee? That looks like a fucking butt plug. So, yeah. Gamzee is kind of a butt plug. Jujus have rules, and cooler the juju... Okay. Okay, that's a little distraction, but slurps. Anyway, the trickier the rules, for one thing, this weapon can only be used against 4 guys at a time, because the shape has like 4 slots or something, so I have to choose my targets carefully. I select the 4 of these jokers who I deem the greatest threat to me. The blue Philistine with the belligerent fists, of course, so he can't own me again with hurtful insults to my art. And also the alpha male and his smooth ways. Say goodbye to him too. I couldn't risk messing with his sword, which I understand to be the only thing in reality that is poison to my invincibility because of an illegal ingredient. What? A white round circle of total knowledge. Oh, and I targeted their 2 corresponding females as well, because why not? The dog one is a nightmare of powers, and the orange one is orange one perturbs me with her dictionary blither. Good riddance to bad teens. And just like that, they were gone. The cue ball, okay. Their souls were trapped in my juju forever. This solves one problem for me, but it starts another. The juju, when its shapes are filled, changes in nature, and it stops being the weapon I can use ever again. It's weird and a bit lame, but you can't be too picky about awesome jujus. I have to take the good with the bad once I used it. It became mysteriously intangible. Oh, I should probably listen to the sound effects for that. It's kind of the same sound effects in all these. Like a hole, I gape in the teeth of my story that now exists as a dangerous liability to me personally. It can only ever be used as a weapon against me from now on. Such is what YOLO Broth, the great lewd snake, will tell me about the juju when we meet. So after using it, it made me nervous. A gape? A gap. Sorry. Gaping holes. So in a blink of an eye, I trapped it back in the chest and banished it away where no one would ever find it, deep in the bowels of the furthest ring, using my ring-based communion with the void. Poof. Good luck ever digging that one up, haters. It is never going to happen. With the first 4 banished, the team of heroes was cut in half to be much easier for me to devastate. A muddy swordsman, an underpants wimp, and 2 flippant bimbos. I call it a cakewalk. But when you're this cocky and brash, you don't walk, you strut. No matter what kind of dessert you find under your feet. That is dessert. What kind of dessert you find under your feet? What the fuck are you talking about? Cakewalk, yes, okay. I should also relatively mention, I'm still in the possession of the swordsman's juju, his floppy friend of childhood, the one which I recognize to be an empty husk. He demands from me that he wants it back, presumably for emotional support. I can in no way blame him. Keep an eye on this one. The foreshadowing of him is important for later. Now is when the pummeling begins. The fracas is loud and large. Power levels are off the charts. I can't even follow what's happening. You can't even follow what's happening with your eyes. I'm mostly toying with them, though. It's all too easy. Is Gamzee cut in half there? Yep. Did that happen in the last frame? Or yeah, no, it happened in the last frame. When the fuck did that happen? Why is that happening? That's not mentioned at all. Yeah, he just got cut in half at some point? Cool. It's all too easy for the Ascended Lord boy like me to have a platter full of knuckle sandwiches to go around, plus other human food products you're familiar with, but also involving knuckles to make punching metaphor work. There is even more than enough to satisfy every hungry fist deserver. And I know what you're thinking, that I have a reputation. I have a problem for unfair cruelty. Gear, thank you for the gift sub, my dude. Wait, 41 gift subs. Damn, my dude. I know what you're thinking, that I have an unfair reputation for having a problem with unfair cruelty that goes at silly ladies more than great gentlemen, to which I take great offense. But still, let it be unconditionally accepted that I am a fair man who always listens to criticism and works ever and always to improve my masterful craft and tremendous decency. So, Idris Elba playing Knuckles. That's just like, that has become a meme in my chat. Just like Idris Elba is Knuckles. Is that just everyone does that meme? Well, thank you, Gear. Is that the Vine symbol? Yeah, these are Vines, I guess. Thank you for the 6 bits, Orthogonocaster. He's eating ass. It's like the same sound effects on all of these. I committed through personal pledge of personal beautification to try doing less misogyny and start doing more prosogyny. In fact, I fucking love sogyny, and I will fight anyone who disagrees with that. Henceforth, look, all bodily terrorism is being dealt with precisely equal and respectful way, both feeble hoe and tiptoe gent alike. Fucking love sogyny. He's just beating them up, I think. But I thought he was eating ass for a minute. It's not a contest. They're a bunch of pitiful, emotional children. Are you... Yeah, it's the same fucking sound every time. Unironically, this is the kind of guy who goes, I'm not racist, I hate everybody equally. It's like, okay. Alright. Cool, where'd you get that line? I fucking hate that guy. Because that guy is just an asshole. Like, he may not be racist. Usually ends up being racist. But he's 100% an asshole every time. It's not a contest. They're a bunch of pitiful, emotional children. And I am Premier, Invincible Titan of Roughhouse Brutality. It is too easy. Speedo Boy is down for the count because I slapped him gingerly. The masked floozy is looking a bit woozy. Haha. The cake maid took one drub too many and has to lie down for an overweight nap. This leaves me mano a mano against the anime prince and his nonsense trousers. It was a pretty good fight between the two of us. Because he's strong and I admire that, so why shouldn't I let the battle happen for a little longer? When two tough dudes are involved strutting their stuff, but in the end, his sharp glasses... Okay, I need to turn this off. It's distracting. And strutting their stuff. But in the end, his sharp glasses and sword machismo weren't enough. I got the supreme drop on his powerful body with my wrestling moves. My overconfidence was my Achilles' downfall, though. I made, admittedly, an amateur's boner. I turned my back on the body. The crybaby in the yellow panties got upset with me that I was wailing so excellently on his increasingly battered pretty boy ninja stud. And by upset, I mean he threw himself in a full-fledged tantrum of pure hope. Okay, cool, he's doing the hope thing again. Laugh at my boner, will they? It was blinding, beautiful even. Okay, maybe just the cotton isn't doing justice. Maybe I just look stupid. You know, you try these things sometimes and it only looks like shit. Let's call this one my one and only fuck up in history. Yeah, it's the same sound effect on all these. Am I tweaking it? Dude, every fucking day. What does that mean? Second only to underestimating the sad sack's wuss of hope, who knew that such a simpering charlatan had such an outburst stowed away in his girly bosom. Clearly not I. He's fucking ally. Not I. Even though I had the information well in advance, it was just that surprising. Seems that hope power is overwhelming. Even though the clockwork man junk, it took... Okay, this probably has new sounds. Okay. It looked like I thought I could use my rainbow seizure field to overpower his massive gay hope bubble. Alas, it was perfectly justified hubris, which bit me in the ass in the end. Even though I'm sure I must have known the outcome was going to happen, it can still be worth it to get owned if it means having a lot of self-esteem and hubris about yourself. And even so, the English boy deals me my first defeat ever, since ascending as an invincible technicolor time killed. I get dunked as fuck. Wow, he's actually telling us the story about the time where he gets his ass beat? Yeah, it's the same sound effects as all of these. I land squarely on my bottom and remain prone for several minutes, staring at the ceiling, blinking a bit, pondering where things went wrong in life and how I, the Lord of Time, could experience such woeful ownage. There's no bodily harm, of course, except for my incredible ego, which is a fate worse than getting broken bones. So I just lie there, thinking sadly, achieving some depression. I'm sure it's at this point I turn to thoughts of respect for his pansy's ass, pretty-legged page, and his maybe accidental prowess. I underestimated him. Okay. These were posted to Vine? Yeah, I guess so. Or at least, yeah. And maybe the accidental prowess. I misestimated him, and admiration happens in my breast. Maybe I'll jack his swagger too, as he once did mine. Maybe after a lifetime of utterly deserved humiliation, sobbing, and spontaneous urination, he's deserved that much. The clue here is that I steal his name. God, you thick, stupid fucks. Why do I bother with subtext or fine literature nuance? God, fuck, God. I take his name. Later. English. That's me later. That's my name. You stupid brainless fucks. Holy shit. You are dumb as bozos. Come, God. God, come. Come now, God. Sexually. Meanwhile, Strider regroups from his trouncing. I put the emphasis wrongly in that sentence, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. And seeing his chance to do it with me for good, he knows that now he can't just kill me, but he can do the next best thing, which is banish my soul. He hurt me bad and is slow to use this pink soul-killing spell. This gives me time to rebound from my shameful ass-whooping, too, and pull my sorry butt out of the own zone. I get up and I nearly get the drop on him before he releases his spell. But what's this? But then, what's this? A commotion. A haunting sound of neighs, except they're robot neighs. That is when the horses come to play. The goddamn horses. How truly and utterly ironic that my very demise could be in the proximity of some horses. What? No, really. What? I didn't follow that. I'm still not following that. To be honest, I'll have to think about it over. I'm thinking it over right now, and I have the feeling that I'll be thinking over for the rest of my life. Perhaps we all will. Wait. They should be robots. Hold on while I paint these horses to look like metal horses. Damn, the work of a craftsman's never done. Crafty man is never done. He painted them gold. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm so really distracted. I'm saying to myself, this ominous as shit. This is ominous as shit. Nothing good can either follow or proceed an event such as this. And then, that's when it happens. A sweaty, muscular ghost appears out of fucking nowhere. I added the fucking. I have no idea where he came from. Judging by the face of the guys, they don't either. Somebody sees this coming. It is a total ambuscade. And my skeleton jaw drops as shit. He pins me in place with his ripped muscles, and I'm completely immobilized. Partly because of the strength, but it also due to my awe and admiration. I just simply can't move. Who the fuck is this? This gives Dirk just the time he needs. Due to his flamboyant pink spell, it owns me completely, but sadly to Dirk, maybe, it also owns the muscle hero. Both of our souls are consumed by the enchantment. This is that bit from Dragon Ball where, like, what, Piccolo? Was it Piccolo that holds Cell? God, what the fuck happened? Someone held someone else still so that way they could shoot. And anyway, it was Goku? Piccolo kills Goku and Raditz. That's it. And then it doesn't matter because people dying in this don't fucking matter. It also owns the muscle hero. Both of our souls are consumed by the enchantment. I think he thought he could destroy my soul. But he he's a bit off more than his fleshy skull could chew. And he used the irony again and stuck my soul in his juju, exactly the way I stuck his buddies in my juju, the one I got from Yodelburger Booger. It's like poetic justice I get, except for puppetry, and instead of poetry, it's puppetic justice. Oh yes, I like that. The muscle ghost also came along for the ride, and I guess his soul got trapped in there too. I have no idea what that means. Honestly, it's disturbing as hell, and I prefer not to dwell on the greater ramifications of my long-term existence. Maybe it's good, maybe it's dumb, maybe it's good and dumb, or smart and bad. There are so many word things that could be used when you're confused. At this point, I have a vague understanding of what's going on. So they did the fight. 4 of them just got insta-nuked by the book thing, or the Homestuck symbol thingy. And then he fought them, and Gamzee got cut in half because reason. And then Hope powers went off, and that gave them enough time for, I guess, Aqueous Sprite to come in and save. And then they stuffed him in a puppet. The implication of why Lord English is ripped is because of the, Aqueous' soul. Sure. Half of Gamzee's... Oh, yeah, half of Gamzee is getting sucked in. Well, that's weird. My beloved Juju no longer a hollow vessel. It is much more crowded in there, chock full of souls, belonging to hardcore, brawling brutes. He knows it. His puppet is now just a problem to do away with, just like my Juju's was. And so it's the same basic thing. They get their drunkard sorceress to avoid, to banish the puppet once and for all into the darkness, never to be found again by probing hands of meat. Yes, never to be found. Oh, but is this stage the stage? But they're never to resurface, but never not to resurface. Not never to resurface. Oh no. You see, my soul is a tenacious one. I know this, in fact, firsthand, because I have been inside my brain all my life. It's a real motherfucker, I'll tell you that much. The puppet's existence will flop and flutter through the shadows of eternity, surfacing in nightmares of the unsuspecting, weaseling its way into the hearts of the yucky, shitty children when it's infiltrating in that planet or in that universe has taken hold. The seed will have been planted, and I'll pave the way for my emergence to wreak my badness from the universe to universe. Each one will fall. Each time I will get stronger and older and bigger and buffer. Oh yes, it will be the time. It will be the time indeed for me to get ripped. This is a Sweet Bro Hella Jeff reference, I guess. And now, if you will excuse me, music? This one doesn't have music. Does this one? Yeah, there's no music on that one. That's just an image. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must put down the toys and the ways of a child. I must confront the big things of becoming a huge man and dueling the supreme beast of my legend land, his serpentine eminence, Yogurt Boner himself. I'm about to go fight him now. This is the last time you will ever hear my excellent voice. I will duel and crush my slithering sexual snake boss. That's why he honks. I see. I duel and crush my slithering sexual snake boss to finish what I started when I stepped on my fatal foot into this child's farce. I will do that because I want to, and when that is said and done, and you will see me at the peak of the mountain in trophies, resting on my thrones of prizes, I want you to get to tell you what I did, what I wanted to do so. So if you remember just one thing I must say, of all the great things said by me, then please remember this. I wanted to play a game. It's a Jigsaw reference? I think the laugh is too. MS Paint Reader mental breakdown. Yeah, that's the Jigsaw music, isn't it? How did he get away with, like, actual copyright infringement so often? So was Cal in all of these, like, actually Lord English? In those existence? Hence why he was always here? Yes, okay. Part of me kind of... I kind of figured that. Cal became Doc Scratch, we knew that, but Cal all along was Lord English. Not Lord English, but he became Lord English because of the transfer. Yeah, okay. His ascension to becoming the bastard that he is required a collection of really stupid fucking events involving a puppet. And then he's now the actual Lord English. Welcome to Homestuck. When Doc Scratch says he's Rose's uncle, this is technically true because he was related to Rose's father, who is Dirk, who is... Yeah. So then... This is fucking dumb. Who the fuck isn't the bad guy in this? Like, who the fuck is not somehow related to the bad... Everyone's the same fucking person. Everyone's the goddamn bad guy. The mayor? The mayor is a good guy. The mayor is the only good guy in this. Fuck, Vriska's not involved. Vriska's not in that abomination of fucking people, right? Vriska was manipulated to be part of it by Doc Scratch. So yes, she is at fault. It's all fucking Vriska's fault. I knew it. I said it. She cannot be redeemed. This is Vriska's fault. The code is hers. Don't even at me. The people that are like, oh, she could be forgiven. The fuck? Does this ever stop being word salad? No. No, here's the deal. It's word salad, but it actually all works. It's sort of like a corkboard with red string on it. I've always wanted one of those. You remember when I predicted this whole fucking thing because I had that conversation? And it doesn't make sense because you weren't here from the beginning. But if you connect all the dots, if you were here all along, if you were connecting all the dots, it's all there. It's all there in fucking black and white and red yarn and corkboard. He's already here. He has been since the fucking beginning. And the only reason why it doesn't read as word salad is because I know what the fuck was happening because I was here for all of it. If you jump in halfway into this, unlike a lot of stories, if I just start reading you halfway through like Lord of the Rings, I go, they started walking again. They had to get to Mordor. You're going to be like, what the fuck? And you're like, oh, I guess there are a couple guys going to Mordor. I wonder why they're doing that. Where's Mordor? What the fuck is that? Act 6, intermission 5. The Viscrit. Vriskogram. These are cute. Why the fuck is it happening? Yes, Dick! Oh, it's the wall pinning meme. This is a completely different art style. Why is that happening? Vriska, get the fuck out of here. They're having a date. It's a collab? Okay. Vriska's important. I had something stuck in my teeth today. That was important to how my day went because I felt like shit while it was there. But you know what I did? I got some dental floss and I got it out. It was important to my day, but it sucked. God, that guy fell off the face of the fucking earth. This is showing how Vriska being alive made things better. Oh, during the time that she would have been dead? You gay, homie. Gay ghost version of you. How many people got that fucking face tattooed? I think I ask that every time I see it. That's a really good song, by the way. I like it. Here's an animatic that proves that Vriska did nothing wrong. I saw a lot of things where Vriska was alive and I hated every moment of it. The art was good, the music was good, I hated the content. PPM stonks. Stonks! Final destination, Fox only. Is it time yet? No. Oh, how about now? No. We've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Call it long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive a little longer. I don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's supposed to, like, appear? That's my understanding, yes. You mean here, on the frog circle? I don't know. Somewhere in this session. At which point, if he has any brain cell at all, he'll seek us out. So Jade came on the gold ship through a tiny window, apparently, but John wasn't on it. Well, his corpse was somewhere. But John doesn't matter anymore. It's kind of how the bird version of you is out there now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalonde girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. Determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving to this in this session. Sorry to steal all of your timey thunder from the great night of time, end quote. But someone had to take the initiative and the fact-finding mission. Wait, Jade did what? How much money would it cost you to spend 3 years with Vriska? Like, there's no food here. This was something I was thinking. Literally, fuck this plot line. Everyone's upset about this plot line. They milked each other? They have alchemy. Oh, yeah, they have alchemy. Yeah, I don't like when you said they milked each other. I don't like that. I don't fucking like it when you say words like that at me. Guys, those of you that are on After Hours, chat, they're fucking weird. They're saying all sorts of weird shit. They're saying they like feet. They're saying that they're into socks, like sexually, but not like long high like, you know, the thigh highs, because that's actually, like, I think everyone's fucking into that shit. That's fucking great. Thigh highs are hot, but, like, you know, elbows, feet. You like putting this person in chat, not gonna name their name, but they said, I like putting socks on my hands for sexual gratification. Yeah, you can always put us on screen. Listen, I don't want to put YouTube into that situation where they have to read this filth. The stuff you guys are saying, it's just so, oh my god, so fucked up. Then why repeat it? Yeah, I mean, like, you know, just to give them an idea of it. That's all. Normally I watch VODs and I'd appreciate, well, not when they're being this kinky. Yeah. That's definitely what's happening in chat right now. I'm not making shit up to troll them hard right now. That's happening. Kind of like how there's a real jaw. Okay. No, it's cool. You can have the thunder if you want it. What exactly is supposed to happen? When is this supposed to happen? Soon. And she's unhurt? Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted in her timeline. I don't know the full extent of John's alt-reality experiences either. But apparently, things went raw for them about as many ways as you can imagine. Presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order. It's pronounced Jazzlight. You have issues. It's always been pronounced like that. I hate that. Tavern Spite. Oh, snap. Oh, yeah, but I agree with the sentiment largely. of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska. Thanks, Tavros. Hey, look, I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore, and I don't really know what that's going to on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take my bullshit that happens with a grain of salt mineral snack material big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Briska, maybe you could take a moment to explain to us why Tavros is now a sprite, and Equius too, and why this Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses. Thanks in advance. Sorry having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the very nature of the development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing their confusion. What about Kanaya? What about you, Kanaya? Did you have any did you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, you see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadavers of 2 of our deceased friends. No, I got that. I mean, I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their sessions? Yes, they did months ago from the current frame of reference. But this is a void session, Carcat. I thought we talked about this. A void session by definition is one where the players enter the session and their kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional and it can't bear fruit because there's no battlefields in Skyaea unless you go to the trouble of putting one there, of course. Chad is now really upset whether or not Vriska is deserves this. Sorry, my nose is doing something crazy now. Time for the 4 p.m. chat Civil War. I mean, I guess. So, we decided Vriska is now important to the story, and she used her abilities to make it so that way they actually have a fucking chance. And they made her live in order to make sure that they'd have this shot at killing him, which apparently doesn't work. It kind of sort of works, but they just sort of stuff him into a puppet and go, that's good enough. A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the which the contents has already done for us via Grimdark Jade prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is this session, and this is a different timeline of the one that we followed for the past 7,000 something fucking pages. Aside the point, though, what the bottom line is, the session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels, waiting to be put to use. So not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is some basic stuff. I'm sure we all went over this at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, do you not remember we walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal. When I looked away for a moment, you and Dave wrestled the tome away and began scribbling phalluses in it a while, giggling like children. Maybe? That does ring dong shouter. Dong shouter. A bell, I guess? Ugh. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the problem. They just, stuff him into a puppet, and that's, they're like, yeah, that's good enough. There won't be problems later. I mean, I guess with Juju, you don't really know what it's going to do, but, I mean, honestly, you make sure you kill that fucker. If you're going to go to all this trouble, you don't just go, all right, well, he's in prison. That's good enough. A what, dude? Lamo? What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years, and we've been through some stuff. I'm really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light borers. Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over my knowledge granted by our aspect and my unprecedented ability to weaponize my said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, we are double-handedly saving the asses of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates the category certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Who do you think I was referring to? Okay. Wow, okay. What the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap. I'm spouting off here, I think. It's fine, Carcat. I'll take all the time you need to collect yourself and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you're ready. Okay, I figured some stuff out about it I'm either pissed off at or still confused about. Say you're here. You say there are 4 colonels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends in that meteor, which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equius again. Nice to see you guys back with us, sort of. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since on the way here, we ran into about 10 different versions of your stupid ghosts. It kind of lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon, sorry. Hey, buddy, don't wink at me. Greetings, old friend. Not to worry, I've stored enough poignancy in my heaving balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personality could not give the faintest fidgeting horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. I'm very busy here, so stop talking to me completely. Aw, man, classic. Okay, that was weird. Yeah. So, speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years. That's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre about it, but I would have thought that they would have, like, rotted by now or something. There was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned. Well, shit! That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found out it was too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn if we didn't get it just solved, so that's fucked up. If you would stop being such a wuss for half a second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. There are only 2 sprites I had any intention on using for the resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, it was kind of my fault and unnecessary for impaling him on his own lance and all. That's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb, hussy. She doesn't give a shit. Why the fuck would she? I don't feel like that one's justified. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did. Aw, yeah! Tavros, don't interrupt. Then I made Aqua's sprite happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally, everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word from the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with the beef rockets to top of my shit list. So please, I enthusiastically invite all of you no-taste mouth breathers to take a smack about the A-man. Make my day. Oh yeah, what if she had other... How's this been interacting with your dyslexia after 7,000 pages? Badly. Literally everything he said. Okay. Vriss, nobody is arguing with you about that. Everyone here thinks that he's pretty cool. There's enough of a freak show steps removed from being my bro that I guess enough to make me not feel like, Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking about Aqua's Sprite. That's the rule. Owned. Wow, owned. Shut the fuck up. Second, the guy's a tactical fucking genius. Total conniving and calculating, unafraid to use methods that are a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for that long, your party is gonna need someone like that. Besides, it seems like pretty fitting for Equius. He genuinely seems more comfortable with his state of existence. He seems a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him a solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew off my arm. So now we're square. You mean triangular? What? Triangular. I don't. That's the shape of my clop damn glasses. Oh, yeah. Do you see, guys? These fucking riot. Agreed. You are so strong in horsemen. Thank you for your strong endorsement, low blood / person that I've never heard of and don't care about. I'll finish my work here momentarily. Excuse me, Mr. Aquarius? What exactly are you doing here? I'm disabling her tiara top. It's extremely delicate work and not to be trusted by to human hooves. Yes, I've actually decided it's imperative to reclaim Crocker from continents before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead. If you keep her out of harm's way, in addition to providing her general purpose restorative capabilities, she also represents one extra life for everybody. And since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like expensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is going to be coming in handy. Chat is being extra toxic today. I'm reading so fast. Trying to get through this. I'm still doing this. It's almost done. It's almost done. What page does this end on? We're at page 7,459 out of 8,000 and 8,100. 8,130. I see. Yeah, unfortunately, this whole section is all dialogue, so never mind. I guess I won't be finishing this. So, what about the other dead friends? Huh? You know, Nepeta and Eridan? Oh, that's right, them. I was getting to that. Oh, okay. I know we talked about a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska, but I don't really remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to make a bad pun on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Yeah, sorry. I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you appraised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough as and transparent about my motives as I can from now on. Okay, Prio? Okay. So prior to prototyping Tavros and Equius, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends. Only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Fefri, Eridan, and Solix's dead. Solix's dead body with his half ghost floating out there like Aradia. Okay, so not Eridan, so Nepeta and Fefri then. There you go. I figured it out for you. Did you want to put the little Cal stuff on the chart? I already did. I put that in like thousands of pages ago. I know this caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up about it. The fact is, we've already got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining. And there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite to make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in Aqueous' sprite's case, since those 2 nutjobs meshed with each other's personalities so phenomenally. I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter. But if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, that you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it. No! Aquarius, reservations is noted, and Hemismetric is bullshit. I'm not going to factor that into the decision. I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care, as you were. So, considering there are only 4 left, I can only personally say that any one of them is more... Eridan does not deserve to be alive. Eridan can die, actually. So there you go. Oh. Allergies are killing me this week, man. So considering there are only 4 left, I can personally say that any more is deserving than another, so I'm going to call it, that's my ruling, and I'm inclined to call it final. They can live the rest of their afterlives out in dream bubbles, which they still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But the greater importance here is the fact that, I'm just going to put my mouse over the mute button so I can just mute it whenever I'm going to have to blow my nose. That way I don't have to do that anymore, because it's kind of gross sounding. They came to live the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles, but they need to be saved by Lord English, lest we forget. The greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as resurrection backup in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking of all this so well through in advance. Okay, that's good reason to have a spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight. You should have had the authority to make that final ruling. Come on, Tracy, I'm not saying I'm an authority on morality here. I'm just saying my rule was final because my logic was also impeccable. That's kind of like a figure of speech? Nah, fuck, man. Yeah, right. Let's think about it a little bit more. Zolix's half-ghost is perfectly happy out there with Ardea. We've seen him confirm it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Iriden, he murdered Fefree and tried to kill Kanaya and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. Fucking Terezi on this shit! Agreed. But Nepeta and Fefree, what did they ever do to anybody? That's my point exactly. They don't deserve to be the arbiter of Eridan's value as a person just because he murdered people! Maybe you don't think it's a big deal because you're a fucking asshole too. The only reason I chose these 2 over Elias is an account of responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did, plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good. But that's different. I think that you of all people would be on the same page when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride, not judging people for their misdeeds too harshly. Tavros didn't deserve to die. You're right. Yeah, no, that's fair. But someone pointed out in chat, what if she's got ulterior motives? Yeah, I bet the bitch does. I don't believe this shit at all. Fuck you. Fuck Vriska. Vriska did everything wrong. Nepeta didn't do enough to... And Fefree... Nepeta and Fefree didn't do enough to deserve to die. Just... Fefree did not do enough in general. But if you feel... Okay, wait. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as Queen of Justice, then be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know that the justice issues here are pretty cut and dry. Solix wants to be where he is. Iriden is a murderous douche. The girls are innocents. I say we bring him back. Trizzy, please. Let's not bicker about it in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here. We do? Yes. Equally important to the party and its overarching executives. The one with the most experience in the Department of Guile and Ruthlessness. The ones with the most experience in that. I'm going to project my voice a little louder than you and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you are always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to. Oh, yeah, okay, you're right. I'm behind you all the way. Trezzy, no, girl, fucking come on. I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I got my torso parts with me right here. So feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime. You do? Where? In the hunger trunk. I've stashed all the remains there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member. Huh? Honk. Wow, yeah. I think I'll be reviving them a little later. Yeah, later. Suit yourself. I took some Allegra. I just, it's fucking gross out in Texas. It's rainy and moldy outside in general. So, yeah. $7,486 is a good stopping point. 7,486. Yeah, we'll see how long it takes for me to get there. So, I'm inferring correctly that some shit I just heard that, inferring what? Vriska is the de facto team leader now, or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know. I don't even think they understood the Scourge shit. You two have always had been scheming and little giggling enigmas huddled together in a pea pod for hella tickled murder dorks. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is that what it is? Is what it? You were planning... The plan you were hatching all along. This is like your big move. Your power play to usurp Cowcat as the team leader finally. Oh, brother. Dave, don't. This is not a coup. It's a common sense rearing its ugly head for a change. Oh, got it. Good. No, wait. I don't got it. Arg. It sounds like you're just now being the leader because you want to be and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or cares. I mean, not that I really care either. I just want to set the record straight. Carcat, are you cool with this? Carcat? Carcat. Yo, Carcat. What? Oh my God, dude. Were you just not listening to any of that? To what? What is happening right now? Man, how long you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, you literally just said, I don't give a fuck about any of this shit Vriska is saying. So maybe I'm not the one to talk, but at least I have the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing? Sorry. Yeah, I'm totally guilty. I zoned out on some secret self-important blither, and I was carrying on a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay? Dude, you don't have to go and get... You don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Shoring up the little one... Showing up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What are you talking about? It's private. I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though. We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and choose to remain discreet about it. No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How, like, when you talk to the mayor and most of the time words aren't even necessary because he just, like, knows. Man, the mayor is so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him. No, that's fucking stupid. Just what were you saying when I was spacing out? Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role. And maybe if you want to show some, throw a vintage shit fit about that or, oh, haha, that's a good one, Dave. Oh, wow. Me, the leader? Too funny. I'm entirely and singularly baffled that it could still even occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might even be playing the role of even any role, even with sniffing orbit to a leadership position of the ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leadership-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or, for that matter, when the last time there was actually anything leaderly to do that didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck 500 for the 500th time? I've seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of leadership duties was all fiat accompli shit for 3 solid years. I've been since just enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I've been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resembling the living embodiment of peace and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana. Okay, so vintage shit fit it is. Dude, fucking mayor rules. I'm not going to argue with that. Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role due to the acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But, be that as I may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's going to need to step up when I'm gone. All right, Secret. Then I'll make it a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as leader of the group or any of this group or any forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more suited for this role. When to whatever she eventually decides to fuck off for a mysterious yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined can slide right into that position so long as it isn't me. I'm dyslexic as fuck. Have I been fucking things up? Circuit? Have I been misreading Vriska's last name? For like 7,000 pages? Well, shit, we're gonna have to go back like 6,000 pages so I can start reading it correctly. Hold up, everybody. Let's go back. Let's go. When did she first show up so I can start pronouncing her name right? Can you imagine? Lalonde? That one I know I'm fucking up, but I actually just don't care anymore. Like 5,000 pages ago. Fuck that. No, we're good. The stonks. Just watch the graph on that one go minus 5,000. Yeah, I pronounce Lalonde right when people correct me. Also, that fucking face. Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I'm the leader. I'll gladly accept the baton that is going to such length to pass to me, Karkat. Honored, in fact. Not everyone here is as passionate about labels or ranks as you. And in fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction, but your melodramatic endorsements in my abilities is appreciated. Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise, but I was wondering when you were planning to getting about actually as a strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Reminds me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody gets a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer is very soon. As soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about. Imagine she did that for 3 fucking years. Just give another second, right? Right about. Maybe we can bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire. Can I take a look at the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge. What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Huh? Oh yeah, never mind. Shut the fuck up, they're here. Hold up. Hold up. All right. Okay. Copy. Okay. Dude. Edit. That looks bad. Hold up. I need a thicker line. Big old thick line. Gotta get this right. I gotta make it so that way we can really, really get into. Hold up. What font was this? That's not the right one. What is UI symbol? Can I just... It was like size 20, 36 maybe? There we go. Just gonna get rid of this little bit of this line here. This doesn't really need to be here. There we go. Okay, cool. Feel like we needed to add that. Is that enough arrows? Probably not. Hold up. You're right. That looks a little shitty there. Get real crunchy with it. There we go. Perfect. Improved. Anyway, back to the comic. Dumb fucking smile. Hi, John. Whoa. Hey, everybody. Wow. He's really here, isn't he? Hey, John. Wow. Don't just mumble to yourself, rude as fuck. Say hello. Oh, hey, John. What's up? Hey, Dave. Not much. Hey again, Carcat. I saw you guys like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was like years ago for you. Dang. You've probably been through a whole lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There'll be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh, man, I missed you all so much. Even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend. We went on this crazy adventure together to save timeline and come and find you all. So here we are. Hi. Dash. Doof. Mother, daughter, same age, some reason, because fucking weird ass time, family reunion, cuddle hug. Daw. Hi, Trezzy. Hey, Egbert. I guess the plan pretty much worked out, huh? This session was much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were just as much as you were the beneficiary of your own future self's crafty schemes as much as I was. So I don't get too smug. I'm pretty comfortable being smug about taking credit for my future me's ideas. I've always been on pretty excellent terms with my future self. She and I get along famously. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the Scarf Agenda wasn't really your idea, per se, but do you have any idea what all that stuffed dragon shit was about? Like, did that actually serve any purpose in the timeline, or were you just fucking with me? Think of it 7 bits. 7 bits there, Orthogonal Caster. Oh, I was most certainly fucking with you. Oh, wow, great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Trezzy. I'm really... that was really awesome use of her time. I'm glad we're in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Trezzy, what stupid thing did you make John do? I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission-critical errands is all, Trezzy. No big deal. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is, I got owned. The end. By the way, good to see you again, Vriska. No, it's not. No, it's never. No. It's cool that you're alive now instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think you're, ways more valuable to have alive here in the land of living. At least I hope so. I couldn't agree more. I never got a chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously, because I was unconscious. But thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. Yes. Yes, you were. As a bonus, it apparently saved my life, so thanks. You're a real friend. Don't mention it. I've reached quite a few beatings in my... received quite a few beatings in my time, and not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me, on the road to becoming an impeccably evolved person that I am now. Don't be upset. Friska's redeemed now. No. Nope. No. So by that measure, it's probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch to the face, you know, just let me know. I'm your man. Hi, Rose. Hi, John. Hi. Nice to see you again, alive and well. Not to mention the correct timeline. Yeah, you did it. I'm a bit unclear on exactly what it was you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it. Yeah. Thanks for returning to my Roxy. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. She is obviously the remark I meant to say, and this is a statement of a reasonable person. Of course. It's good to see you. I give you a hello hug, but it kind of seems tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. I hate the breedable and submissive meme. Chat is looking breedable and submissive. No, don't. It's fucking weird. What? Is it a fetish thing? Furry vernacular that has become mainstream. But it's like not the normal furries. It's the fucked up weird ones that everyone actually talks about when they mean furries, right? Like furries can be actual normal human beings, but like, you know. It's the new yiffing. Oh. Anyway. Hello, Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? Box full of weapons and a rabbit? Oh, yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. It was cool. Made me really curious to meet you. Right, me too. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. I mean, not the letter. I mean, that I didn't make me. I mean, I was always curious to doggone it. What? Just I had stuff that I wanted to say when we met, and there's so many people here. I don't. Sorry. It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. All right. Roger that. Nothing bad will happen in the next 5 seconds that'll kill either of us. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. All right. Roger. Oh, hey, Tavros. You look like you're here too. Definitely. But don't worry. I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So you can feel free to say as many things as you want to me in conversation as much as you want. It's nice to know. Maybe later. Hey, Dave. Hey, bro. You're back and alive, all because of me. I guess that's the things that we were accepting all to be. I guess that's the thing we're all accepting to be true. Yeah. It's okay. There's no need to thank me. I mean, I wasn't going to, but feels like not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to one of my number one childhood pals from the past. I literally have no firsthand reconnaissance of ever being in danger. Just fucked around on a meteor for a bunch of years, and here I am with you. So are you, which I think is pretty dope. That's very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't leave me hanging. What? There's more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left you hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude. Carcat, holy shit, where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like this is a new low. Oh my god. You didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist and said some things, then re-offered your fist to me. The moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw that with my own eyes. Carcat, oh, it's really pedantic. And now you're leaving me, you really are leaving me hanging in order to explain your nonsense. And I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges. God damn it, here. Bump. Strider to the rescue. Fist bump has been secured. Dave, no, fuck. I wanted to do it of my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real. Oh, it's real, buddy. No, I'm going to fist bump you later when I'm feeling it. I'm going to go. It's going to go and be fucking natural. Mark my words. Who was it? Was it some news reporter that was like the Obamas, like they like Michelle and Barack Obama fist bump each other? They fist bumped each other on stage or something like that. And then like the news announcer was like so old that he referred to it as them fisting. And so it's like the Obamas are fisting on stage. We'll see, Carcat. We'll see. Wrecked. Hey, Dave. Is Jade sleeping again? And also Teen Nana? I mean, Jane? I mean, oh. Yeah, Vriska had to knock them out. What? Why? They were kicking up a ruckus. Can you wake them up? Don't wake them up. Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing's going on. We got to keep them napping. Especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked ass baloney fuck power she's got. Can't let her turn those against us. Right. She should be pretty psyched up to see you, though. You think? Yeah. I don't know if you know this or not, but apparently along the way, our version of John died. So she made this whole trip without you. Oh, no. Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic, I guess, without the sort of Deus Ex out of nowhere and spared us out of the sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit. You were just normal John, always were zipping around like nerdy hyper god saving everything or whatever. But from our standpoint, you kind of just yanked yourself out of random nothing. But, you know, whatever, I'll take it. Man, I had no idea. I guess this is what typhus meant. That is sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all this time on a ship thinking that I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are sure you can't wake up for a second just so she can see I'm all right? Feel free, but I have a feeling they're just going to be joining her in a nap if you try. Darn. Guess I'll have to catch up with her later. Hey, what about Dave Sprite? Dead? No, that sucks too. Yeah, I guess. You guess? It's a weird subject for me. Like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? Wasn't. Yeah, I mean, that was his whole thing, right? I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he isn't the real Dave. I actually kind of feel bad for even thinking of him less as a real version. Yeah, me and him exactly. He's me and exactly what I would be like if I was a moping existential bird. So it's kind of embarrassing to even talk about, but okay. I guess it's sad, but you know, a lot of versions of me died. A lot of versions of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certain dubious categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive here and now and hanging out? Jade literally has never talked to anyone, never in her life. How does she know how to speak? Internet? Grandpa. Her grandpa is someone, correct? Imagine if you had to become a side character to a clone of yourself. Does he bring home the money and I don't have to do shit? Do I get to just fuck around and play MMOs all day? I mean, I'm not a huge MMO guy, but I mean, maybe I could do something else for myself. Maybe other me could take the, like, spotlight and I could just fuck around for the rest of my life. It's not actually that bad, man. Can I fuck them out? Of course you can. Listen, you can only fuck your own clone if they're down for it too. Anyway. My own clone. Now neither of us will be virgins. I guess there's a lot of time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts and other such hogwash. Right now, I'm pretty excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us all to catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It's all overwhelming. Don't stress about it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session. At least according to Vriska and Chief. What do you mean? All the bad guys are still just outside the Innisphere. We'll be converging here until a few hours or so. So let's just sit back for a while and shoot the shit. I mean, empty our clips into this shit. Like, really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical exhortations. Okay, that sounds great. Okay, someone said this is a good page to stop on, and I have to click all of these different fucking conversations, and I see why now. I'm going to read this page, then I'm not going to click any of them, and I'm going to save. Okay. You're confronted with the especially empowering character selection menu. 8 choices. Free will has done it again. It has caused you to feel alarmed and anxious and maybe just a bit excited as well. You'll cautiously click a batch of teens to discover your true feelings. 8 possible options is kind of a lot now that you think about it. It may be easily to forget and click some of them. To make absolutely sure you've clicked all of the batches before proceeding, check all the links that are below or purple first. If any of them are blue, it means you didn't read those. You probably should before continuing. Wow, free will is sure is a lot of responsibility and hard work. Final thoughts on today's reading. Let's talk about today's reading before we talk about if we're going to do anything else. I feel like I knew that information already. I kind of hate that I can't skip them. I'm just going to go on them in order, yeah. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. We're in the final stretch. I'm not going to skip shit now. After reading 7,486 pages, literally all of them. Like, I'm not going to skip 8 pages just because whatever, So how many pages did I read this time? I actually didn't, I deleted that before I checked. He thinks it's, oh, right. It's not going to be 8 because they're going to say it's going to be a bunch of pages instead. But you know what? That counts towards that total 8,000 something. I mean, the puppet, he was there all along. It's literally on my chart from pretty much day one. It's in the top left. 76 pages today. Okay, Stonks took about a bit of a dip. It's like Elon Musk going on Saturday Night Live level of just shit going down and never returning. This will never hit the levels that it was before. But they say buy the dip because we'll come out of the dip at some point, right? Right? Right. Anyway, yeah, I'm sad to see Homestuck go. But it's almost there. It's almost there. And I hope you guys stick around for other things I do. If you haven't watched the March of the Mice, please do. If you aren't, if you haven't checked out the charity, go check out the charity. Holy shit. The charity's happening soon. And if I was smart and actually knew what the fuck I was doing, I'd know. Oh, hey, Britney Spears is free. I was wondering, like, who's free? Britney Spears' father, Jamie Spears, steps down from conservatorship. Good for her! Holy shit. Well, random good news, man. I'll probably appoint someone else. I don't know. I'm reading like one word of Twitter. I was trying to find the variety is hope. It'd be the Vinesauce's hope. Vinesauce's hope Twitter account at Vinesauce's hope. There's a really good animatic that came out yesterday, and people are saying that cheesecake is cake. You stupid people! You're wrong. God. Anyway. You can go there and vote on that poll and make it right. But charity is coming up very soon. Very soon. Oh, I didn't reblog the one me. Cat living caustic ecologist. Ecologist. That's cool. I didn't see that yesterday. I'm retweeting that now. Where is dates? Do we have that? Can't find it because I'm dumb. I believe it's the 20th, 21st, and 22nd, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, let's check the art real quick. Let's see if there's any art. There is one art here, unless if it has been mislabeled. Make sure you always post the art onto the correct thing. Tag me in it so that way I can find it. I'm going to make a farting sound real fast. Give me a sec. Nice. And then art. There we go. Here it is. Screen region's jacked. It's from NLRK. I'll fix the screen region real quick. It's very good art, though. There it is. Scooch it up just a bit more. There we go. Now we're not cutting anything off. This is a sweet scene. I don't know. I mean, I guess they both understand that, you know? They both get, like, what's going on. It's very cute. That's awesome. Like, that was a good moment. I'm glad that happened, you know? A lot of them being on Final Destination, I don't know if I'm about yet. But this scene I liked. I mean, I feel like it was all like, it doesn't even feel like a retcon because he's like, it makes some, and I say logical sense with a lot of air quotes. As much as anything makes any fucking sense in this comic, it makes a certain level of logical sense that this happened. Time travel, but weirder and stupider. Ingitech, thank you for the 57 months of support at tier 2. That's very cool of you. It breaks rules that it previously set and follows the line of logic that would have. And people are upset that it's breaking rules, but I will have you know that Homestuck has never given a single fuck about the rules. Like, the rules are there to be explicitly picked apart meter by meter, inch by inch, like micron by micron, and then immediately for it to go, lol JK, there's actually some bullshit. Like, timelines and frogs and, you know, all that shit, and there's certain causality and that kind of stuff. You can't change shit. You can't change stuff, you know. It's all connected in a very specific way, and that's the way it works. You cannot change it. If you change it, you cause problems. You got to worry about what if, you know, if you cause some weird issues. Most of Dave's arc is him fixing problems that he created for himself and that kind of thing. He has to make sure that he closes loops, and then John is just like, fuck it, I don't do that anymore. That was a thing for thousands of pages. Doom timelines don't fucking exist anymore because John doesn't give a fuck. Homestuck's internal logic is remarkably internally consistent. Whenever it breaks a new set of whatever it breaks, it is a new set of rules, which is previously a layer above the existing rules. That's true. Yeah, that's right. It's like it's rules stacked on top of rules. I haven't checked in a while. How far in are we? 7,486 out of 8,130. Final stretch. Thought I was going to be able to do it before next Thursday. By the end of next Thursday, but I don't know. You look at, like, I don't know, Dragon Ball or something. This is the final, most powerful form. There's nothing better than this. We've looked through all the cosmos and all the planets and all that bullshit, and King Kai sucked his own cock to figure out this thing. And no one can beat this Super Saiyan Ultimate Super Ultra God tier. Except for, no, wait, there's a new one, because there's a new bad guy, and there has to be a better form now. How is that any different? You know what I mean? That's storytelling too. Homestuck has its problems with you're right, that isn't different, but that's also bad. Okay. Sure. I think people like Dragon Ball for the fight scenes and the general flavor of characters. I think comparing Homestuck to Dragon Ball is somewhat fair, actually. Like, the part of Homestuck, like, that's not like the thing that I keep saying where it's like the people who are into it and that kind of thing. Like, the bits of Homestuck that are good are, like, the plot fucking makes barely any sense. But, you know, it's got good characters. Except for Vriska. Vriska sucks and I hate her. She's a well-written bitch. You know what I mean? So, like, doesn't really mind. I don't really mind it, man. I really don't. Vriska did nothing wrong. You are banned. You are banned. The plot is there in order for there to be reasons to have characters do things. It's not usually how plots work. It sounds like how plots work, but it's not quite how plots normally work. You know? In The Lord of the Rings, when a plot point happens, it sort of happens, and then the characters, like, I don't know, make natural extensions and things that it's not like different rooms they go to, you know? I feel like in Homestuck they kind of go from room to room, and it's like here's the thing where they talk to each other about what just happened in the last room, you know. And I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in the like, you know. The retcon, I feel like, decided character development should take place off screen, which I think is a weird choice. Because Vriska has been a tremendous bitch for like 7,000 pages. And then they decided all of a sudden that they were going to have like 5 or 6 pages of like, they figured things out. And they stopped being bitches. A good story plot is driven by characters. In Homestuck, the plot drives the characters. Yeah. Anyway, I've been doing it every day this week, but you guys want some fucking Binding of Isaac real quick? Like stop and restart stream and do some Binding of Isaac, just like 1 or 2 runs. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let me know when you hear this. I'm gonna stop stream and I'm gonna restart it with the Binding of Isaac. Sound good? Did I say thank you, Anna LRK? I don't think I did. Thank you, Anna. It's very cool of you. We'll be doing I think we're doing RimWorld tomorrow. Okay, there it is. All right, be right back.